Talking about holidays, festivals, and travels. 1. Talking about holidays, festivals. Frequently asked questions.
What are the special days celebrated in your country? Which is your favorite and why? What do you think is the most important festival in your country? In what way do people celebrate the festival? Do people prepare any special food for the occasion? Which do people prefer, to spend it with family or with friends? How did people celebrate the festival in the past? How has the way been changed and why? Do you think that it is important to have festivals?
Dialogue study. Wang Xiao introduces Li Chen to a foreign friend, Frank Roberts.
Hi, Li Chen. I'd like you to meet my friend, Frank Roberts. He's from Canada, and he's visiting Beijing for a few days.
Hi, Mr. Roberts. Nice to meet you.
Please call me Frank. It's nice to meet you too. What was your name again?
Li Chen. Li is my family name, and Chen is my given name.
Wang Xiao has told me a lot about you. It's nice to finally meet you in person.
Same here. Say, how do you know Wang Xiao?
We do some import-export trade together. I'm a purchaser for a large Canadian department store, and we buy quite a few goods from Wang Xiao's company.
They're one of our biggest customers in Canada. Anyway, I've invited Frank to come to Beijing many times, and now he's finally been able to find time in his busy schedule. Hey, Li Chen, what do you think we should do for lunch? It's almost lunchtime.
Why don't we go to the dumpling restaurant around the corner? It's delicious, cheap, and fast. And we can also introduce Frank to some of our favorite Chinese foods.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's go.
You know, Frank, dumplings are also very special too. During the Spring Festival, most Chinese families will make dumplings.
What's the Spring Festival?
That's probably the most important festival in our country. Some people call it Chinese New Year. It's a celebration marking the end of the old year and the beginning of the new year, according to the lunar calendar.
It's usually held sometime between mid-January to mid-February, depending on the lunar calendar.
So, in addition to dumplings, what else is special about the Chinese New Year?
Most people clean their houses from top to bottom, put decorations, usually red ones, on their doors and in the homes, and eat a lot of good foods.
During the Chinese New Year, it's also important to be with your family and friends, so many people will travel to their parents' home, even if they live very far away.
Yes, and they also pay a lot of visits to their close friends.
It sounds a lot like Christmas. We decorate our homes with Christmas trees, stockings, and colored lights. We eat a lot of good food, and most people spend Christmas time with their families or good friends. Oh, and we also buy Christmas presents for each other.
Chinese families will give red envelopes or hong bao to their children or friends' children. The red envelopes contain money, so it's like giving a present to the children. Also, people buy new clothes and shoes to wear for the new year, so it's also another kind of a present. Many people also like firecrackers and fireworks to celebrate.
Wow! Spring Festival sounds really great. Whoever thought of the idea sure had a good one.
How long has China been celebrating the Spring Festival?
It must be for at least a few centuries.
What was it like in the earlier days? Is it celebrated in a similar way these days?
There are many similarities still, but over time some traditions have disappeared. I think that dumplings have always been a big part of the Spring Festival.
As well as giving money to children and buying new clothes.
And also things like decorating one's home and going back to your parents' home. All of these things have been around for a long time.
So, Have there been any changes at all?
Well, nowadays, firecrackers are illegal in most of the cities, so this tradition has changed, and people don't have as much time to stay at home as before, usually because they are too busy with their work.
Some people even prefer to take a holiday instead of going back to their parents' home to spend the spring festival. And for some rich families, buying new clothes for the new year isn't very exciting because they buy new clothes all year round.
But many of the main traditions are still kept, right?
Yes, for the majority of Chinese families, they still follow the tradition.
Hey, our dumplings are here. Let's eat. I'm starved.
They smell great. But how can we eat so many of them?
You'd be surprised at how many we can eat.